Hi friends, Anup here with Indian Motorrad. So in this video I'm gonna answer a question that I have received from many of my friends. I'm gonna get a really good wash if I'm gonna stay behind this truck. Okay, let's come back to the topic. So I have received a lot of questions from my friends, and also I have been one amongst those people who have asked this question, that which is the right bike to buy and how to choose it. So in this video I'm going to talk to you about those steps that you can actually take which will allow you to buy a good bike. A good bike is not just about the features of the bike, is what I feel. It's how you feel while riding the bike. So let me quickly run through all the steps. So the first step is going to be financing, obviously. Don't just see the ex-showroom price of the bike and decide, because again it's the hard-earned money that we are spending or our parents are spending on the bike. So things to consider when financing is obviously the ex-showroom, the tax rates in the particular state that you live in, the insurance, and don't forget servicing. That is one main thing that I have seen many people who forget. Service costs. It is a considerable amount of change. If you consider 3,000 rupees a service and you have 3, it's around 10,000 rupees. I know it's 9, but I'm just roughly saying it's around 10,000 rupees a year. So it's a considerable amount of money. So do keep that in your mind before doing it. So the second step is evaluating the type of riding that you're going to do, because after this ex-showroom price evaluation you might be left out with around 10-15 bikes. So narrow it down to your riding style. Like if you're a guy who wants to tour or maybe do a lot of touring, go for a bike of that nature. Or if you're just a city rider and you just need something peppy around city, go for that. So that's how you narrow it down to around 5 bikes. Keep your physical features into consider. Like if you are around 50 kgs or something and you think it's going to be difficult for you to handle a bike that is heavy, consider a bike that is light. Right? So those are the steps that you can take to narrow it down to those 5 or 6 bikes. I wouldn't ask you to narrow it down to anything above 5, because then it again gonna play in your mind. Okay, so after you've done this, you have left out with few bikes. The third step: test ride. Simple as that. Go and test ride every bike, because every bike is different. It has its advantages, disadvantages and everything. So test ride, and along with test riding, obviously this is the time when you see a lot of vlogs, a lot of reviews in YouTube or anywhere, read a lot of blogs, and this is how you decide which bike to go for, right? So you've done all these 3 steps. The fourth step is something some people may not consider doing, but I would, is search for an alternative. And by alternative, what I mean is search for a used bike. Again, I personally don't keep a bike for more than 3 years, right? So I don't consider buying something brand new off the showroom, but there are few people who actually just prefer brand new. But I would say, like, if you consider buying a 200 NS right now, it's gonna cost you around 110,000, wherever. I mean, depends in which state you are. But if you actually go in the second-hand market, you'll get something for around 50. So you are actually buying a bike for half the price, right? So that is something that you can do, but only if you get a really good bike. Go for an alternative, that a used bike, that is. And again, one more thing that I think I missed out. So when you're actually financing a bike, take into consideration the riding gear. Okay, is that I think it has to be taken. Like if you think I'm gonna buy a bike for 1,50,000, I would say either push your budget up to 1,60,000 or 70, a good helmet, decent riding gear, or consider a bike for around 1,30,000 or something, and keep the rest for your riding gear. Okay, so yeah, so we actually have now 4 steps, and you've seen the alternative, and it's time for you to go and pay. So what is the 5th step, you're gonna ask? Come on man, you've done all the hard work, 4 steps, go and buy your bike. That's the 5th step. Go enjoy it, have fun. So this was my 5 steps which you can consider before buying a bike, because it's quite an investment that you're gonna make. So I hope you found this video useful. Ride safe guys. Bye. It's a Sunday here, so again going for a ride. Bye bye.